Let's move on to the New Orleans Saints here, Aaron. How we talk about Chris Olave, Jarvis Landry, Michael Thomas. How should fantasy owners feel about the wide receivers in New Orleans specifically? Let's get it all out there now. Let's talk about Michael Thomas. Let's we've had a lot of kiboshing with our fantasy outlook episodes. Let's end this talk about Michael Thomas here and discuss how fantasy owners should be feeling about him specifically, and then we'll get into the rest of the wide receivers within the New Orleans Saints.
Oh, man, it's tough, but I'm going to be honest. I'm done with Michael Thomas. I mean, as a career, like, I think he's done. And this may sound a bit harsh and a bit weird, but Michael Thomas is 29 years old. He's not 24, 25. And he was an excellent fantasy receiver the first 4 years of his career. When we're talking about a guy that went over 1,100 yards, had 9 touchdowns in 3 of those 4 years, absolute PPR beast, top 8, top 7 every year. But he hasn't played football consistently since 2019. And he's almost 30 years old. That's a problem for me. He doesn't have the connection with Jameis Winston. It's not Drew Brees anymore. Can he play well? Yeah, I'm sure. But I'm just not touching this guy. I don't trust it. He's one of those guys where you're okay with saying, you know what, maybe this is good value for Michael Thomas, but you pass. And then he ends up having a really good year. I'm okay with like saying, you know what? Oh, well, I missed out on that, because I firmly believe that Michael Thomas is not a wide receiver 2 anymore. Like, he's not playing 16 games. I don't know how bad he wants it. And I don't like blaming money, but he hasn't worked very hard since he signed that contract to get back on the field, to stay healthy. It's like he finds every reason not to be there. And the mentality of, oh, can't guard Mike, I wear this chip on my shoulder, doesn't seem to be there. And you can say what you want. It happens all the time in professional sports. When somebody gets the bag, that drive just isn't there anymore to get back on the field. So I question that, and I don't like questioning that from players, but I do. And I'm just staying away. I'm staying away.
See, I'm glad you threw out the age thing there, because that is a very interesting point about Michael Thomas being not necessarily up there in age, but 29 years old is not young anymore. And I saw someone respond to a Twitter post about Michael Thomas and how people are thinking that Deshaun Watson can come back and just be fine and dandy and everyone be trusting him and okay with his performance after missing an entire year. But you brought it up, the age. Deshaun Watson is 26. Michael Thomas being 29, a little bit different here. I don't know.
It's also a different position. Like that matters. The beating you take as a wide receiver or running back versus a quarterback where you can't really be touched. And not saying Deshaun Watson hasn't taken hits, but there's a difference. As a quarterback, you can be Tom Brady. You get offensive line, you can drop back. You can never literally be touched really in the game. That's not the case for a skill position player. Like, you're going to get hit. It's a huge difference. It's why quarterbacks aren't in their prime until 28, 29, 30, and wide receivers and running backs are maximizing their prime, or like the end of their prime at that time. It's just 2 different positions.
Dylan?
Yeah. I'm gonna sit back on this one. I mean, I know. I think Michael Thomas. I don't want to get him started. I know I'm keeping an eye on the clock there, top left there, kid. But I know that
I can take care of that. You go on. You go on here with the because before the show you were like, I'm ready. I'm ready for Aaron. I'm not going to be backing down.
Yeah, I thought he had different viewpoints. I thought I was going to potentially have a take on the Baker Mayfield spot, but we ran through that fairly quickly. So that was going to be my rebuttal. But I sit here and look at Michael Thomas, and I understand. I got your viewpoint. You said Michael Thomas, the RCOD days, you were all about that bag and dip or whatever you said about his work ethic when it came to he doesn't want to get back on the field. I get that. And I keep seeing negative around him. But this is also that dude that was an absolute beast when he was on the field, like the number 1 fantasy wide receiver. There was no dip off. There was no inconsistency. That dude was 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 30, 20, 20. Dude was buckets. absolute buckets in fantasy. And that's what he brought week after week. And I know he is getting older. You fear the number 30 on a wide receiver. Jarvis Landry also going to turn 30 this year. So maybe that bodes in the Chris Olave discussion for you there, AJ. But no, I think Michael Thomas, I think he's a solid receiver. I just got to see him play football again. And I hope it happens soon. And I think he's still very talented and can make an impact.
Are any of you guys drafting him at his ADP? He's being drafted as the wide receiver 24 with the 60th pick.
Hell no.
24?
Yep.
What
wide receiver 24.
What round?
Nope.
What round?
60. So that's the 60th pick. That is, guys, do the math.
Round 5. The end of round 5.
There it is.
And the last pick in round 5.
I'm not
No
touching
way.
it.
That's way too early. There's too much
I ain't
unknown to
touching
do
Michael
that there.
Thomas. And Dylan, you brought up Jarvis Landry. The difference between Jarvis Landry and Michael Thomas, I know Jarvis is going to work. There's
you know he's going to play. Dude,
that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like, work to get back. If he's hurt, he's going to play through it. Like, there's zero doubt in his passion for the game, and I don't see that in Michael Thomas.
So we talk about we were going to talk about the rest of the wide receivers in New Orleans. I guess you would say Jarvis Landry has the best value. He's going as the wide receiver 51 with the 130th pick in the draft, which would be, math is hard. Around the 10th, 11th round there. That's. I did the math. I divided it. I just did it.
150 in a 12-team league. 12 times 12 is 140.
I didn't say 150. I said 130.
Oh, I thought you said 150.
No, I said 130 as the wide receiver 51.
Shout out Joey B. Mathematician, Notre Dame.
There you go. But yeah, so he might be the best value pick out of all these wide receivers in New Orleans because it's fair to say you can trust Jarvis Landry to be on the field, to be producing with Jameis Winston, who, if Jameis Winston can continue on his path that he started last year with New Orleans, it could mean good things to the New Orleans Saints wide receivers. Let's go to Carolina now, gentlemen. This is
wait. You're just going to skip over Chris Olave?
No, I'm not. I mean, I'm.
I love to talk about Chris Olave. No, I just want everybody to go out and draft Chris Olave. I'm giving the advice to draft Chris Olave. Vinny, can you tell me Chris Olave's ADP?
Chris Olave's ADP, he is going with the 111th pick, so that would be the 9th round.
Okay, so everybody go out in the 9th round and find a way to draft Chris Olave. And I'm not joking here because there is zero doubts in my mind that Chris Olave, now that I've shit on him, as much as I've shit on him, will end up being a high wide receiver 2, and be balling out all year. Because the last time I shit on a player, as much as I've shit on Chris Olave, it was Le'Veon Bell coming out of Michigan State. He turned out to be the best fantasy option that was possible for 4 or 5 seasons. So I guarantee Chris Olave is going to be great because Aaron shit on him all offseason.